Welcome to Roof It Up. This is a podcast about innovators, entrepreneurs, business leaders, and their stories about the course they took by Saenz Global.
Hello and welcome to Roof It Up. Today, I have the honor of having Tony Martin on our podcast. Tony is thebomb.com. Literally, he works with one of the best teams in the nation when it comes to roofing, and he runs an incredible team. So really excited, Tony, to have you here with us. I actually want you to introduce yourself, tell the audience more about who you are. A lot already probably know you, but go ahead and let them know. Who are you?
Yeah. I don't know how many people know me, but I'm Tony Martin. I live in Colorado. I work for PRQ Exteriors, which I got to join their team a year ago, and you were there before I was. So I've been in roofing for 12 years now, and big door-to-door fan. I actually got out of roofing for a little bit, and it sucked me right back in, but it was more a solar roofing combination. And that's kind of been a big part of this last year at PRQ too, is bringing that solar vibe into the roofing company as well. So yeah, I'm just another sales guy that started off on the doors and loved roofing and loved door to door. So got lucky, met the right people.
And you're freaking good at it, really, really good at it. You guys are crushing it in Colorado, and I'm pretty sure you guys are mind blowing. And I can say this with a lot of confidence because our team is internally working alongside PRQ, and they are insanely incredible. But Tony, okay, you also are a father, right? And a husband, right? You have a really beautiful family. We were checking your family out.
Thank you.
Nice sounds here, but we're like, oh my gosh, his wife is gorgeous. His kids are beautiful.
I tricked my wife.
Okay.
That's door to door. It was a lot of persistence with her. I worked with her at a bar, and she would not let me hang out with her at all. Then she was my roommate. And then if she sees this, she'll hate me. Yeah. Then I dated all of her friends, and then she let me date her. So yeah, I went ass backwards in that relationship, but I got her. So it took some persistence.
Well done.
Thank you.
No, that's awesome. You really have a beautiful family. It's really cool to see. It's really beautiful
you
to
as
see.
well.
And it's awesome. Thank you. Yeah, I love it's great. I love it. I always say marriage is dope. People be like, you're crazy, but I really, really enjoy it. But okay, I love it. Okay, Tony. So I love how you said I started door to door, which for some people they're there's kind of a debate going on in the industry, right? Some are like door knocking is dead. Some are like, no, it's not. So tell me, where is tell me your story. How did you get to where you are today? Did you just one day go, I want to go into roofing and knock some doors? What happened? How did this all go?
Okay. Yeah, I knew I wanted to get into sales. My degree was health promotion. It's the exercise science degree that I feel like everybody and their mom has. It was a kind of a BS degree. I did it because I was playing baseball and it was easy and I could cheat. That was what it was. But yeah.
I'm sure I can relate.
Yep. There was a lot of nursing classes in it, and I was like, I want to get into medical device sales, and I applied and applied, and I was like, okay, I don't have any experience. They're not going to take me. So there's this guy that kept coming into the bar that I was bar backing at, and he's kind of pompous and arrogant, but he kept talking about how much money he makes, and I was like, you know what? I'm broke. I'm making $500, $600 a week, and I need to do something. So I was like, I'll give it a shot, do this door to door stuff. And I sucked. I started in April. I was chasing T-locks in Colorado, wind damage. There wasn't a storm at the time. And I think from April till about the beginning of August, I think I had about 8 to 10 deals. So it was terrible. There was a storm that happened, and I lost all of my deals to some guy giving away free TVs in the back of his truck. So I had all these street signs in. I was like, all right, I got this down. And young dude, and then this guy with a nice truck with literally probably 10 to 15 TVs loaded in the back of his truck. So if you work with me, you get a free TV. So I lost every one of my deals. So I was like, what? I was like, this roofing shit is bullshit. But I persisted. And then in Fort Collins, Colorado, I think it was 2011, there's a massive storm, and just everything I failed at and learned from, it all finally clicked. And then from like August to September, I just crushed it. And like it had a really great year.
Awesome.
It was like
That is
young
awesome.
kid. Yeah. So it made a lot of money, and that was the start. So here I am.
I love it. Okay, so very cool. No, I love that story. And I bet, like, I know that people are listening and they're like, oh my gosh, they're laughing probably because they're like, I totally relate to Tony. Like, I totally was there. I get that feeling. Very cool. So, Tony, in your journey, because right now your role in PRQ, exactly tell the audience what your role is.
I am the VP of sales. So, I joined the team, and we're trying to take a radical approach to, I mean, you guys are dealing with it. So, a new approach to roofing in a sense, and it's worked out great. Like we had a really, really light hail year for Colorado. I think other states would think it's a good hail year, but it's different in Colorado. So, and we were pretty successful. So we had Adam Bensman in the other day, and he's like, you guys, from the conversations he's having with roofers in Colorado, he said that we're one of the best right now in Colorado with what happened. So, which we're pretty proud of.
Amazing. Super proud. Okay. So like you're VP of sales, like you started from, this is a bunch of bull crap. This roofing thing is not real. Like, to like, no, to like crushing it. And now you're literally a VP of sales. Like, I want you to like pause and just really see, like look back and see how far you've come. And I just want to congratulate you. I lift my hat up to you because I know that it has come with a lot of grit, a lot of hard work, a lot of things that people don't see in the day to day. Yeah, a lot of moments of falling and getting back up. And I just want to congratulate you for being where you are today, because you didn't give up, right? Like you didn't give up, and like you're crushing it, and you're impacting lives because you're able to bring on people that now can provide really well for their families. And when you provide well for your family, you have a happier family, right? You have happier spouses, like all that stuff. So you're impacting the world in such a positive way, using like all of the things that you learned in life, where you are today. So very cool. Like congratulations. Like
thank you. You as well. I heard your story. I listened to you and TJ's. And that was cool. It's cool what he did, and your story is really cool as well. So congratulations to you as well. It's super awesome.
No, thank you. During your journey, who or what moment in your journey was so impactful that you were like, this individual impacted my life or helped me pivot and shift my focus? Like I maybe wouldn't be here if it wasn't for them, or maybe it wasn't a person, maybe it was like a moment. Like what, like who are they, or what happened?
To start, I was kind of off on an island. I think a lot of it was like the not wanting to fail and just wanting to figure it out. So that was the first part of my journey, just like getting into it. It's because I was a sales rep in a branch that didn't exist in northern Colorado. Everything else was in Denver. So it was just trying to like make it happen. And then from there, I worked for a really big roofing company. They're one of the biggest roofing companies right now in the nation. I'll leave their name out of it, but I learned, like, I'm super grateful for them. I'm super grateful for them. The owners were like, they're super smart, good people. They taught me a lot. I had a falling out with them, but that's whatever. But I think that's where they kind of taught me what was possible. And then I opened up a branch for them in Chicago. We had a falling out there, and I was like, you know what, I'm going to take the next steps and try to get into owning my own business. But I went from roofing into solar because in Illinois at the time, there was a huge solar opportunity. And I was like, you know what, I want to try this. It's door to door. Solar's cool. There's a lot of money in it, and lost it all. So I think the moment, honestly, that kind of taught me the most is like I got out of the roofing industry, and I think I had I was a little too prideful in a sense that I thought it was like really, really good because what we did and the success we had in Colorado. But going and getting my ass kicked, starting a business, failing miserably. I lost all of my savings. I sold my house to try to make this thing happen. I lost it all. And but it was like in a weird way. And a lot of people, you hear people say this all the time, like that big failure is like one of the best things that's ever happened to them, because everything I learned from that experience was like, it was better than any college education I ever got. The only college education I got. So it was very, the 80, 90-hour work weeks, trying to make it happen. I was on roofs installing solar. I was knocking on weekends, selling solar. And that kind of showed me what it takes for a business to be successful. And like, I can't say, like, I don't know, it's hard to say as one person, because I talk to so many people, and I just like pick from a lot, and you learn, like, I think the biggest thing is getting rid of pride and always being willing to be like, okay, that guy's better than me, that girl's better than me, how can I learn from them? What can they teach me? And that's it.
So powerful, because I think Ed Milet says it, I'm probably going to butcher it, but he says, like, the things that happen in our life are for us. You know what I mean? Like, even the moments where that you fall, and like you kind of mentioned, like, I lost my savings, I lost my house. Like, for some people, like that, like, they kind of like it, like the sensation, right? And like, you went through it, and people listening to this podcast, some of them have gone through that exact moment. Some of them are maybe in that exact moment. And for them to hear your story of like, from first, for you to just be like able to share that, just again shows like what a genuine guy you are, to like be able to share that, because to be like, hey, this is my like deepest moment of where my pride was literally shattered, right? And I lost it all. And I realized now, as a VP, you look back and you go, that was for me, right? Like, it was for my good, because now it's brought you to where you are now. And like, again, you're on this podcast and you are 100% going to impact someone's life, because they're either in that same situation right now, or they've got that situation and they realize they're not alone. Because I think a lot of times in the industry, people think they're alone in, again, that you kind of mentioned, like, in this, like they think they're alone, or you can't be like, I had this moment. It was really hard, right? People only like to talk about their successes, but what leads us to succeed is a lot of hard moments that a lot of people don't like to talk about. And so I think what you just shared has to be one of the most impactful moments of all, like, the podcasts that I've been having. So I just want to, again, commend you. Very cool.
Thank you.
Very cool for that. No, very cool. Okay, so
failure's it. It's, well, I was gonna say something. You're talking about how, like, people, like, it's kind of weird. Like, door to door has evolved so much too. Like, there's so many like cool people out there now. Like Adam Bensman, Sam Taggart. Like, there's all these people that are like bringing the industry together to like it's okay. Like, you're gonna go through it. We got you. There's so much stuff out there that's brought the roofing, and so, like, all door to door. I love door to door guys in general. Like, it's a crazy industry. It's super hard. People go through it and they fail, but it's also the same thing. Like, off topic, but a year later, like a year and a half later, I had all of my debt paid off. I started from the bottom again, and it was with door to door solar. So it's one of those things where, like, if you have the skill set, like, you can always go do it and provide and get back on your feet, which is super cool. And that's why the people that are telling you that door to door is going away, they're so wrong. Don't listen to those people.
I love it. I don't, obviously I've never done door to door roofing or solar, but I am all about like the cold pitching. Like, I freaking started Saenz Global literally just slamming phones and getting rejected every single day, like 100+ times, until you finally got that one. And then that was like our first, like, and then now we're like where we are today, right?
So
and it's just like,
how did you find PRQ? Is that how you found PRQ?
Actually, no, so actually they came as a referral. Someone was like, they went and asked a company for some help, and they're like, I think I have your person. And yeah, that's kind of how, like, a cold connection, like a warm lead, but like, let's hold it. But no, but I freaking love it. Okay, let's talk about why, like, let's talk about something that in the industry you want to debunk, which I think you just hit a hot topic for sure. What, like, people are like, no, door to door is not like, it's out. Like, I want you to debunk that. Like, tell us why. Debunk it.
All right. Here's and I don't know if I'm making a lot of my debunking is how I feel, so it's not factually based. So I apologize for that.
Good.
But
no, you're good.
Like if you think about the world, like everything is like I'm talking to you on a video call, right? Like there's so much interaction that's like swiping on your phone. You're always in your phone, and the face-to-face interaction is less and less and less. But I truly believe, like deep down in human nature, that's extremely important to people. Like when we teach door to door, there's more than just like a script that goes into it, right? It's tonality, how you look at people, your body language, how you can't, like all these little things that you don't think of. Like I have a problem. I say like all the time. I hate it. I hate that I say like, and I wish I could just get rid of it. But it's even little things like that. Like it's just did it right there. It's things that you can constantly work on to like instantly build rapport with somebody just by being face to face. And I truly believe that's never going to go away. And right now, I feel in some, especially after COVID, like in some capacity, like face-to-face interactions are going up. Because the other thing too, how many times you've been on Instagram, Facebook, or anything now, and you click on a friend's story, ad, trying to get sold. It's like, gosh, always getting sold. Ad, sold. Ad, sold, right? Well, now it's like, okay, this guy is talking to me about roofing, solar, pest control, whatever it is, meat, knives, and it's face to face, and there's like more of a genuine interaction. It's different. Yeah. It's unique now. So I just think that's never going to go away. I do think you have to get smart with it. Door to door is evolving. It's we're out of the hunter gatherer stage, and like we're evolving into kind of more of that industrial stage of like things are growing. So there's a lot more technology that's used with it. So if you're not evolving your door to door, that's where the issue is. If you're just still the same old person knocking away, not using technology to your advantage, yeah, I can see how you're not doing as well as other door to door companies, but it's definitely not going away.
Really think like that door knocking is not just like not another sale. It's like there's again going back to making an impact in everything that we do, including door knocking, right? It is connecting with people. And I love how your team is learning like to evolve, use technology, of course, so many advancements, also the psychology of humans, right? I love how you guys train like tonality, how you can see things about individuals. Most likely if a house looks like this, I probably need to speak more like this, like all of these things that help you. It's not, people are like, oh, it's just manipulation. No, it's just being smart. It's just like, how can we best connect with potential clients?
Yeah. And so that's the problem too. Like sales in the past, like if you read old sales books, a lot of it is like a manipulation type of tactic. But what I think a lot of people don't understand is buyers evolve. Especially nowadays, like going back, like we're always being sold. Being sold. So like we're not just stupid. Like we are a country of people who love to buy stuff, right? But nowadays it's like I'm gonna buy it because I want it. It's not because 100%. You sold me. It's because I want it. And I'm gonna get it, or it's really accessible for me to get. So in these interactions with door to door, like what we're teaching door to door people nowadays is not just to go like trick people into shit, right? It's like you're asking genuine questions. You're inquiring about, in a sense, their well-being of their home, where they're at, how can you help them? And you do it in a sales tactic way, yes, but it's genuine and people understand that. And that's why, like, if you look at our reviews, we just got back to we were at a 4.9. We just got back to that 5-star review. And it's not because we're tricking people, because we're great tricksters on the doors. No, we're genuine as shit. And people appreciate that.
And legit, you guys are genuine. Like, I know your owner. If you guys ever see Patrick, you're like, what? Like the most down-to-earth guy ever. Ryan, your team there as well. Like the most down-to-earth team. It's like, it's kind of going back to, I love how you said buyers have evolved. Like it's no more that like I'm going in and then after you turn around as the seller, like I got him. Yeah. It's like, no, like we know like the games, like we're study, like, right. We're going on reviews, we're checking things out. We're, and when we're going to choose to work with you, it's because we want to, and we like you. And I think that genuality and the kind of just shows like PRQ has evolved. And I look at your team, right? Like I would say Pat is a super laid back guy. He's not your typical when you think of someone super hyper, right? About stuff, like he's not.
Yeah,
he's so
very
laid
direct.
Back, very direct.
Laid back,
like,
very direct.
Yeah, like, and I love how it's like that works, because some people, again, think like, oh, you have to be a super extrovert to like do really good at door knocking. No, it's like use the skills that you have and just genuinely want to take care of people and genuinely like do the right thing, and people will know and they will feel that, and you'll crush the sales. So no, I love that. Yeah, if you do, and I am definitely in your party. I know this is a podcast host, but like, if you think door knocking is dead, you are wrong. Literally, you are like 100%.
100%. There's not too many things that can change your life like door knocking. I'm not like, it's extremely hard, right? Like, I'm not trying to take away from the fact that it's hard. A lot of people come try, a lot of people fail. It takes a lot of persistence, but there are a lot of great people out there right now that are just like changing like how you can become good at this. There's so many resources, right? I think I heard you talking about Roofs by Dawn, Adam Bensman, like all those guys. There's just so much stuff out there that when I started, like I think Instagram may not have, I don't know if it was around or not, but either way, you didn't have those types of resources. It's kind of just the old, like, go figure it out. Now it's like all this stuff to help you. So it's super cool.
No, yeah, so cool. I love it. Okay, Tony, we're going to I loved having you on the podcast, but I want to have you on again sometime. Maybe we can even really hone down in a certain area. I think you are naturally good at these. So I love that you're here.
Well, shout out to
you gotta get
Nick
you on a lot more podcasts. Yeah,
he forced me to do this. He was like, "You need to do it." I think Maria sent that over, and I was talking to Nick, and I was like, "I don't know if I should do a podcast or not. That's weird." So this is my first one ever, so I appreciate it. So,
I'm glad you got out of your comfort zone and just pumped out some uncomfortableness. And I can see in your future you're in at least a minimum of 10 more podcasts around the nation. So that's gonna be it.
Okay,
I can see that
sounds
happening.
Good. We got to get one with me and Pat on here.
Yes, we should. 100%. Okay, question for you, Tony. If someone wants to get a hold of you, I know if they're just like, hey, I want to VP of sales, I kind of, not to take you, not at all, but just to be like, hey, kind of want some input. Maybe they're like, how are some things that you guys are doing? Would love some feedback or anything like that. Do you have some handles that you can throw out that we'll post on the bottom of this feed that people can reach you?
I forget what I'm like at Your Roof Panda or something like that. That shows you how much Your Roof Panda. It's like, I have a story for that if you want it. And then
yes, I do.
Yeah, the story. Okay. When I first got into roofing, it was a couple years in. Still young. We got drunk. It was a Sunday, and we got random tattoos, and I got a panda tattooed on my butt. So
Stop it. I love it.
Yep. And then I was a roofer.
Show us.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding. No,
I'm not doing that. Get out of here.
No.
My wife would be super happy if I did that.
That is hilarious. That's hilarious.
Yeah, if you want to email me too, it's Tony at PRQExteriors.com. Hit me up or hit me up on Instagram. I don't really Facebook anymore. Try not to Instagram as much either. So, but yeah, hit me up.
Tony, thank you so much for being
awesome.
on. I know that you did fantastic, and I'm super excited to have you on again, and hopefully with you and Pat, and you guys can just talk about all things like door knocking, all the things there. We'll love that. So thanks so much for having me on. All right, everyone, thanks so much for listening. And Tony, again, thanks so much for being on.